Here are the 10 weird and crazy laws that only exist in America. From bizarre prohibitions to outdated rules, these laws have shaped local histories in unexpected ways. Back in the day, lawmakers had their reasons, and these peculiar regulations still baffle us today. Ready to explore? Let's dive in. Number 1. No ice cream cones in your back pocket, Alabama. Back in the 19th century, Alabama had a problem. Horse theft was rampant. Thieves, clever as foxes, discovered a sneaky trick. They'd place an ice cream cone in their back pocket and walk away. The unsuspecting horse would follow, enchanted by the sweet treat. Authorities, frustrated by this unconventional method of theft, enacted a law to stop the shenanigans. In one particular case in 1880, a notorious thief named Jed was caught red-handed, or rather, ice cream coned. The local sheriff, tired of Jed's antics, used this incident to push for a law. Today, this relic remains, a quirky reminder of Alabama's wild past. It serves as a symbol of the lengths to which people will go to outwit each other, even with something as simple as an ice cream cone. Jed's capture was a turning point for local law enforcement. The community celebrated the strange yet effective law. Over time, the law became more of a local legend. Tourists today are often bewildered by its existence. Number 2. No whistling underwater, West Virginia. In the heart of West Virginia, the town of Bluefield has a law that seems straight out of a comedy skit: no whistling underwater. The origins of this law are shrouded in humor, dating back to the 1940s when a local politician, known for his wit, proposed it during a council meeting. Surprisingly, the law passed and became a permanent part of the town's legal code. The intention behind the law was never practical. Instead, it was a statement of the town's unique character and sense of humor. In 1940, a visitor challenged the law, attempting to whistle underwater in the town's public pool. Needless to say, the attempt failed, but the law gained nationwide attention, making Bluefield a quirky tourist destination. The politician behind the law became a local legend. Bluefield embraced its newfound fame. Annual underwater whistling competitions are held for fun. Despite its absurdity, the law remains unchallenged. Number 3. No fishing while riding on a giraffe's neck, Idaho. Idaho's law against fishing while riding on a giraffe's neck might seem outlandish, but it has roots in early 20th century circus antics. In 1912, a traveling circus visited Boise, bringing exotic animals, including giraffes. During a parade, a performer decided to fish from atop a giraffe, causing a public uproar. This bizarre stunt led local lawmakers to draft a law preventing such dangerous and absurd activities. The law was swiftly enacted, aiming to protect both the animals and the public. The legacy of this law lives on as a testament to Idaho's colorful history and the unusual events that shaped its regulations. The circus incident was widely reported in newspapers. Public outcry led to swift legislative action. The law aimed to protect exotic animals from exploitation. Today, it serves as a humorous footnote in Idaho's legal history. Number 4. No dancing to the national anthem, Massachusetts. Massachusetts holds its national symbols in high regard, so much so that dancing to the Star-Spangled Banner is prohibited. This law was enacted in 1917, during World War I, when patriotism was at its peak. A wartime rally saw a group dancing to the anthem, which was deemed highly disrespectful. The state legislature, in a bid to preserve the anthem's dignity, quickly passed a law banning such behavior. This law stands as a reflection of Massachusetts' commitment to honoring national symbols and maintaining a sense of decorum during patriotic displays. Despite its seriousness, the law is often viewed with a mix of reverence and bemusement. The dancing incident sparked widespread controversy. Lawmakers acted swiftly to protect the anthem's sanctity. The law is rarely enforced but remains on the books. It highlights Massachusetts' historical emphasis on patriotism. Number 5. No sharing your Netflix password, Tennessee. In the digital age, Tennessee has taken a firm stance against password sharing for streaming services. This law, enacted in 2011, was the first of its kind, aiming to combat digital piracy and protect the rights of content creators. The rise of streaming services brought new challenges, and Tennessee led the charge in 2012, a high-profile case saw a resident fined for sharing his Netflix password with friends. The case highlighted the state's dedication to upholding digital rights and set a precedent for other states. This law serves as a reminder of the evolving landscape of digital media and the importance of respecting intellectual property. Number 6. No hunting camels. Arizona. Arizona's law against hunting camels dates back to a fascinating chapter in U.S. military history. In the mid-19th century, the U.S. Army experimented with using camels as pack animals in the arid Southwest. When the project was abandoned, the camels were released into the wild, leading to their protection under state law. In 1870, a hunting accident involving a camel prompted the enactment of this law. The intention was to protect these unique animals and preserve the memory of the camel corps. Today, the law stands as a quirky historical artifact, reminding Arizonans of the state's adventurous past and its brief, unusual experiment with camels. The U.S. Army's Camel Corps was an innovative but short-lived project. Released camels became a curious part of Arizona's wildlife. The law aimed to protect these remnants of history. It remains a quirky testament to Arizona's diverse heritage. Number 7. No putting spoons in your nose. Rhode Island. In the early 20th century, Rhode Island faced a peculiar public health issue: people sticking spoons in their noses. This odd behavior was more than just a party trick. It was seen as unsanitary and potentially harmful. In response, health officials pushed for a law to curb this bizarre trend. The law was enacted in the 1920s, during a time when public health and hygiene were becoming major societal concerns. While the law might seem ridiculous today, it highlights the efforts of early 20th century health officials to address public behaviors that were seen as problematic. The law remains on the books, a curious reminder of past public health initiatives. The spoon nose trend was linked to hygiene concerns. Health officials took decisive action to address it. The law reflects early 20th century public health priorities. It remains a quirky piece of Rhode Island's legal history. Number 8. No throwing octopuses onto the ice. Michigan. Michigan's law against throwing octopuses onto the ice at hockey games is directly tied to the Detroit Red Wings' unique tradition. In 1952, during the playoffs, a Red Wings fan threw an octopus onto the ice, symbolizing the 8 wins needed to secure the Stanley Cup. This act quickly became a beloved tradition among fans. However, by the 1990s, the practice was causing game delays and posing safety risks. The state legislature stepped in, banning the act to maintain the integrity and safety of the games. Despite the ban, the tradition continues in a more regulated manner, reflecting the enduring spirit of Red Wings fans. The octopus throwing tradition began in 1952. It symbolized the Red Wings' playoff journey. Safety concerns led to the law's enactment. The tradition persists within regulated guidelines. Number 9. No wearing transparent clothing. New York. In the fashion-forward state of New York, a law prohibiting transparent clothing was enacted to maintain public decency. This regulation dates back to the 1960s, when fashion trends began pushing societal boundaries. A particularly provocative fashion show led to public outrage and prompted lawmakers to take action. The law was designed to strike a balance between fashion innovation and public decency. Over the years, it has been enforced sporadically, mostly during times of heightened sensitivity to social norms. This law remains a reflection of New York's dynamic interplay between cutting-edge fashion and traditional values. Number 10. No bear wrestling matches. Alabama. Alabama's law against bear wrestling matches addresses a darker chapter in the state's entertainment history. In the early 1990s, bear wrestling gained popularity, attracting large crowds, but also raising serious ethical and safety concerns. The sport, often involving cruelty to animals, led to widespread condemnation. In 1996, a tragic incident where a bear was severely injured during a match prompted lawmakers to ban the practice. This law was a significant step in promoting animal rights and ensuring public safety. It stands as a testament to Alabama's commitment to ending inhumane entertainment practices. And that's it from this video. See you in the next one.